Hi, my name is Tanya and welcome to my small backyard vegetable garden here in central Victoria. I know I am likely to have plenty of this calendula self-seed through the garden, but I thought just before I give it all a good cut back, I would collect some seeds and have it put away for next spring when I want to sow some of the seeds and plant it actually where I want it to be growing. It has been so beautiful growing. It is the first time I've grown these two varieties and have loved both of them. I will be exploring new varieties also next spring. Although I have delayed giving this a chop back for the last couple of weeks because I have so enjoyed the wildness that is along here, I am hoping to get another flush of flowers out of them before the cooler weather sets in. The orange flash that are growing in the pots at the end of the two raised beds are looking a little worse for wear, and really if they don't bounce back I will just pull those out and plant something else in there. They have performed so well in these small terracotta troughs during our hot weather that I really have no complaints. I'm loving the Ivory Princess with the hot biscuit amaranth. They are quite beautiful, and I do have a straw flower in there, but it hasn't flowered as yet. I am looking forward to a pop of pink as the weather cools down. The pumpkin is being very generous and taking over this whole corner. I potted on these capsicums about a month ago and they're grown quite top heavy. They are not shy with the fruiting. They have plenty of flowers and some fruit coming on them. I'm pretty sure that they are the long sweet yellow. So with all this wind at the moment, I am going to give them a bit of extra support. I have some of these bent wires left over from the path, and this should provide enough support for them while they are growing. Moving on to my next job here in the garden, I am going to pull out these brown beauty beans. They have not been my favorite. It is the first time I have grown this variety, so I would rather pull them out and use the space for something else that I am going to enjoy. I am going to make room for planting out my beetroot seedlings that I'm growing for the leaves. I have the purple climbing beans still and the tender green bush beans down the other end of the garden. Having to make tough choices on what you grow is one of the joys of having a small vegetable garden and not wasting any of your space. I am keeping all of these smaller beans and adding them to the beans I already have in the freezer. These beans haven't done too bad. It is quite a tight growing space along here. I'm looking forward to having some leafy greens from the beetroots, and if I end up with any of the beets, that will be a bonus. There are a few of these mini romas. I'm going to collect them in case the birds get in here. They are very dainty little tomatoes. I do have more tomatoes that need to be picked. Some are not quite fully ripe, but I will be collecting anything that is blushing. This Hessian has protected these tomatoes along here from the birds. And finally, the Roma tomatoes are ripening up. The Thai pink egg is so pretty and has a lot of fruit on it yet to ripen also. It is quite a prolific fruiter with, I think, perfectly sized fruit. These colors are just so beautiful. And this Rapunzel tomato has been quite a winner here on this corner. I'm also picking the Dancing with Smurfs. I had noticed that some had gone missing. I'm making sure that we do actually get to try one of these, picking anything with some purple coloring. Sadly, the ripest one out of those went missing. The Tasmanian chocolate fruit is getting quite heavy, but I don't think they will get as large as last summer. I had one in particular get to nearly 1 kilo. Now to get on and get these beetroot planted before the night closes in. I'm not planting all the pots. I will take some to the primary school. This side gets a little more sun and has a bit more space than the other side, so I'm putting in an extra pot. I'm going to leave the little trellis. I am hoping that them being planted along this edge won't interrupt with future planting of my cool season vegetables. I'm going to water them in with some sea salt. This tank has been such a fantastic asset to the garden. It is so easy to put out a liquid feed when it is all pre-mixed. We have had such a change in the weather after high 30s just yesterday. Today is so much cooler. I'm in a thermal top and a vest. That is how cold it is in the garden tonight. But before I go in, I need to pick another basket of this basil. That is what I am trying to do every time I come up here. Pick a basket of basil and then go in and mix up my basil bombs and get them in the freezer. This has been quite a productive hour in the garden. It doesn't seem as overwhelming when I tackle these jobs bit by bit.